Hello and good afternoon, everybody. I am going to be bringing you a reaction to the Champions League group stage draw for the season 2020-21. So we're just going to wait for a few of you to get in before I do my own personal group stage draw preview. For those of you who want to know, yeah, I am a Newport County supporter, so I'm feeling particularly proud of my team right now. We almost beat Newcastle last night. We were that close. One bit of magic from John Joe Shelvey took it away from us, unfortunately. And a couple of shoddy penalties as well, one of them that went completely over the bar. So, yeah, but the boys all played magnificently, so you can't take anything away from them. But yes, guys, I am doing a reaction live stream reaction to the Champions League draw. The first time I've ever done this. Uh, Basically, I've never ever been off work on a Champions League draw. Whenever this come around, like, am I off? Am I off? Can I finally do one? I'm off this week. I'm doing it. I am absolutely doing it. So get yourselves in here. We are going to find out who is drawn with who in the Champions League group stages. It's going to be an anticipated Champions League because it's going to be a full season of likely COVID restricted attendances. So starting off with no one. Will we end the season with people in the ground? We don't know yet. We're hoping there's going to be some kind of government U-turn. I don't know how things will work with UEFA, whether it'll be different rules for different countries, depending on local government guidelines, things like that. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But it's going to be an interesting Champions League because there's going to be a potential, I think, this year for a surprise winner. I mean, the last few years haven't really been much of a surprise, have they? I mean, Liverpool, when they won it, I don't think anyone was surprised because they made the final the season before. Bayern Munich were absolutely unbelievable last season. I think, obviously, Real Madrid went on, I think it was around about four, I think four in a row they won, Real Madrid. So, so I know, Marcus, you've retracted your message, but you asked about me doing Sunday live streams, but they will be coming back one day, mate. They will be coming back one day, trust me. So Man United for an easy group, let's have it. Well, the problem with Man United, I don't think you're in the top pot, are you, mate? But I've got BT Sport one on where you got all the dignitary bullshit going on. Um, yeah, so the draw is probably going to happen in around about 15 minutes or so. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy a cup of tea out of my favourite mug. Hey, there we go. Good stuff. I'm on the green stuff these days. The green stuff with the extra little bit of flavour in it. It's good stuff. It's good shit, guys. Pot 2 not bad, but so proud after last night. Oh, yeah. As I mentioned just before people started coming in, you got to hit the ground running and get talking and that. How long till Leeds are in the Champions League? Don't know, mate. A few years. You've got to establish in the Premier League first, I think, mate. But last night, though, was quite unbelievable for Newport. I mean, Newcastle played a strong team. Probably the strongest team that's ever been fielded against us in a cup game. If you consider how close to the first team the players are. Maybe Man City, Tottenham played a good team, but they still played a few, up and comers. But I think, arguably, Newcastle put out, in line with their first team as one of their strongest teams that they could have. And it just goes to show the respect that we've got as a club, Newport County, because of our cup exploits. It's great. It is absolutely great. Almiron is someone I rate highly. He's not someone I would rate highly. He's someone I think I could potentially rate highly if he can actually start scoring some goals. That's the problem with Almiron. He came in, with a lot of promise. This big money signing, one of the first big money signings that Newcastle have actually made, and it took him, oh bloody hell, what was it? 45, I think the stat I heard last night. 45 attempts at goal to actually get a goal. But for those of you tuning in, if you're looking for the Champions League draw, you are in the right place. I will be giving you a live reaction to the draw as it happens. I got it on BT Sport right there, so you're in the right place. So make sure that you stick around. If you haven't got access to BT Sport or you haven't got access to anything that's going to give you the draw, you are in a good place. I will deliver it quite pristinely to you. Don't you worry about that. And I will be taking questions from you. about people's chances of Champions League. I'm anticipating that it is going to be a potential outsider that'll win it this year. You know, every now and again you do get the odd outsider that wins it, like when Liverpool in 2005, Porto in 2004. You know, so I think they could be a bit of an outsider. I got Mike there talking about streams. Yeah, don't worry about that. But as soon as I get a few more of you in, guys, I'm going to do a little preview, basically run through the teams that are in the draw and where they're from, and also what pots they're going to be in. So which teams will avoid each other. So as you know, all the big teams all the pot one teams avoid each other. 2, 3, and 4 all avoid each other. One from each pot goes into a separate slot into each part of the draw. Now they're going through and they got their ceremonial bullshit going on at the moment. So I'm gonna, I'm gonna put the sound on so you guys can actually hear it coming out, hear them as they come out. I'm gonna make sure that you guys can hear it at least. So don't worry about that. But thoughts on Chelsea's chances? Not good. I don't think they're going to have a great Premier League season. I think they'll be top 4 this season, Chelsea. But as far as the Champions League is concerned, unless the squad gels very, very quickly, they're going to struggle. They got some good players, no doubt about that. You know, they have put a very, very talented squad together. But I don't know, it's not going to be quite right this season. But for those who are moaning about FFP, remember they sold Hazard for 130 million to Real Madrid, so they had that burning a big fuck off hole in their bank account. So they've spent within FFP, definitely 100%. So I just want to have a quick word regarding last season's winners and how good they were. So you think Bayern will win it again? Funny enough, I don't think they'll win it again. It's quite rare for someone to retain the Champions League. It is quite rare. Bayern, though, are a class act, but they have got some aging players in their team, like your Lewandowski's, like your Thomas Muller's. They've lost a big player in Thiago in their midfield. And on the weekend, they lost 4-1 to Hoffenheim, which done me out of money on an accumulator. I put them down as a major banker, but they fucked me. They lost 4-1. They got their asses handed to them. Are they going to be as strong this season? Well, one loss won't define the season. Liverpool lost 3-0 at Watford last year and still went on and won the league. But I think Bayern will be a different animal this year. Maybe a little bit tamer. But we'll wait and see. Maybe Dortmund will have a good year if they can keep all the Sancho. Liverpool obviously have a good year. Atletico could have a great year, considering they got Suarez in their ranks. I mean, Suarez and Diego Costa. Can you imagine being a defender having to come against them too? As a partnership, that would be fucked up for any defender in any team in the world. So for those of you tuning in now, yes guys, I will be bringing you the draw. I can't stream it direct off of anything because we got banned for doing that kind of thing before. So, I can't do it that way, but I'll put the sound on in the background and I will read it as it comes out to make sure you don't miss it. So once I get a few more of you in, guys, I will look at doing a bit of a preview to go through the teams that are in. I'll tell you what, I'm going to start that now, to be fair. What time is it? We've probably got about 10 minutes until the draw is going to kick off. So the usual, I call them the big 4 countries. You got Spain, England, Italy and Germany have all got 4 teams representing them this season. So for Spain, you got Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid and Sevilla. In England, you got Liverpool, Man City, Man United and Chelsea. In Germany, you got Bayern Munich, Dortmund, RB Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach. France have got 3 participants. You've got Paris Saint-Germain, Marseille and Rennes. Now, there's an interesting one. It'll be interesting to see how they progress, especially after losing their keeper as well. 3 from Russia, Zenit, Lokomotiv Moscow and Krasnodar. Whatever, it's Russian, I can't pronounce it. Ukraine have got 2 in Shakhtar Donetsk and Dynamo Kiev. And then going on to the ones, Portugal, quite surprisingly, have only got 1 representative this year in Porto. Belgium have got 1 representative in Club Brugge. Netherlands have only got 1 as well in Ajax. Austria got Salzburg. Turkey have got Istanbul, Basak Sehir. I hope I said that right. FC Midtjylland from Denmark, Olympiakos from Greece and Ferencváros from Hungary. Going into the pots then, in pot 1 you've got Bayern, Sevilla, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, Zenit and Porto. So that makes up pot 1. Obviously, teams from the same country can't get drawn together in this. So pot 2 is Barcelona, Atletico, Man City, Man United, Shakhtar, Dortmund, Chelsea and Ajax. That's a very strong pot. If anything, it sounds a bit stronger than pot 1, truth be told. I'd say for the English teams, which I'd imagine the majority in here are going to be looking out for, you're going to be hoping to avoid Barca, probably Dortmund, but I think the ideal one for anyone from England would be Shakhtar Donetsk. So basically, we're only talking about Liverpool. So Liverpool could get Shakhtar Donetsk. That would be the ideal draw for them from pot 2. Pot 3 is Dynamo Kiev, Salzburg, Leipzig. Inter is a strong one. Absolutely strong as shit for that pot, to be fair. Olympiacos, Lazio are strong. Olympiacos are good, mind. Atalanta are good. So it's the Italian pot is pot 3. So you can avoid the Italians and maybe RB Leipzig. You'll be looking pretty good from the teams in pot 3. Pot 4, Lokomotiv, Marseille are a strong one for that pot. Club Brugge, Borussia Mönchengladbach could be an outsider this year. Istanbul, Başakşehir, will be one that everybody will probably want. The same as Midtjylland. Rennes, you don't know what kind of quality they're going to bring to the table this year, so could it be one to be avoided potentially? Ferencváros from Hungary. We're talking places that are not nice to go to, like Hungary, Russia, Turkey. Eastern and Southern Europe are very horrible places to have to go. A lot of it down to the travel time as well. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, you'd rather stick to sort of Central Europe. Just notice that there's no Scottish participants this year. I see Celtic have let Scotland down yet again, as they always tend to do. Any other big countries without anybody in? So we got no Swiss teams this year. So only one Portuguese team, only one team from Holland. So we've got, oh bloody hell, I don't even think there's no Israelis this year. But I think the big one is the Scottish. There's no Scottish team in it, and only one team from Portugal and from the Netherlands. Obviously Porto and Ajax being the only two representing those two countries. They're still doing their bullshit talking at the moment, so bear with it, guys. Bear with it. If you're tuning in for the Champions League draw, I will be bringing it to you on here live, but I will be taking it off the screen. I've got it on BT Sport at the moment on my TV screen over there, and I will be bringing you the group draw for this season's Champions League. So basically, this is the first time I've ever done the Champions League draw. I usually do the FA Cups because they're usually on a Sunday night. The Carabao Cup is quite rare because they're quite often in the middle of the week whilst I'm working, and it turns out for the first time ever I've managed to get time off at the same time as a Champions League draw, and the group draw is always one of the more anticipated ones, maybe coming in a close second to the first knockout rounds, of course. But I'll run through the teams again quickly for you. So from Spain, we've got Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico, Sevilla. From England, we've got Liverpool, Man City, Man United and Chelsea. From Italy, Juventus, Inter, Atalanta and Lazio. Germany, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, RB Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach. France, we've got Paris Saint-Germain, Marseille and Rennes. Russia, Zenit, Lokomotiv Moscow and Krasnodar. Ukraine, Shakhtar Donetsk and Dynamo Kiev. Portugal have only got Porto. Belgium have got Club Brugge. Netherlands have got Ajax. Austria have got Salzburg. Turkey have got Istanbul, Başakşehir. Denmark have got Midtjylland. Greece have got Olympiacos. And Hungary have got Ferencváros. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, thanks for joining me for the draw today. Like I said, it's the first time I've ever been off for a Champions League draw, so I can bring this to you today. So thanks for joining. If you're not a subscriber already, we'd appreciate your subscription, and of course a cheeky thumbs up for a like, because we are kind enough to bring you this, of course. For those of you who can't make it to watch it on the internet or on BT Sport, of course, So we go through the pots individually again then. So in pot 1 we got Bayern, who are the current holders. Sevilla as the Europa League holders go into pot 1. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Juventus, Paris Saint-Germain, Zenit and Porto. Pot 2 we got Barcelona. Barcelona in pot 2, that's mental. I only just realised that. It's Barcelona in pot 2. Man United in pot 2 as well. Atletico in pot 2. Man City, Man United, Shakhtar, Dortmund, Chelsea and Ajax. That makes up pot 2. Pot 3 is Dynamo Kiev, Salzburg, RB Leipzig, Inter Milan, Olympiacos, Lazio, Krasnodar and Atalanta. Didier Drogba's on the stage now to collect some kind of award by the looks of it. Didier Drogba, what a legend. Pot 4 is Lokomotiv Moscow, Marseille, Club Brugge, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Istanbul, Başakşehir, FC Midtjylland, Rennes and Ferencvaros. So, right then. So, is there anything else on my little cheat sheet here that you guys need to know? I don't think so. But I'm going to unmute my TV shortly. So the UEFA President's Award winner 2020. That's what Didier Drogba's collecting. Cup of tea for my favourite cup, of course. Pretty standard with any live stream that I do, of course. So for those of you wondering who I'm a fan of, I am a fan of the Great Newport County, but I am a big football fan in general. So I like to bring these kind of things to you on a live stream as and when I'm able to. Like I say, if I'm in work, which 9 times out of 10 I am, this is the first time ever that I've ever been able to bring a Champions League draw to you. So hopefully I can do more of them in the future. So Arsenal, oh yeah, they're not in it, are they? Neither are Tottenham. What a crying fucking shame, eh? I was honestly thinking Leicester were going to make it this year. I thought Wolves and Sheffield United had an outside chance. I think Leicester, I think a few clubs in the Premier League thrived off of coming back from the COVID lockdown, and a few teams faltered. I think the teams that did particularly well, I thought, were Arsenal. I thought Everton had a decent post-lockdown. I think Man United were the form team after the lockdown, of course. And I think Liverpool faltered, even though they went on and won the league comfortably still. I still think that Liverpool faltered because they ended up losing games, which I don't think they would have won. They wouldn't have lost if it wasn't for the lockdown. But then I think Leicester were probably the ones that faltered the most. It looked like Champions League was in the bag for them after they'd opened in 2/3 of the season, and unfortunately they fell away right at the end and missed out. Unfortunately, Man United clawed their way in. Got to give credit where it's due. I'm not the biggest Man United fan in the world, but credit where it's due. They did phenomenally well. Them and their penalties at the end of last season, but. Fair play to them, credit where it's due. They're in the Champions League now, and no one thought they were going to make it. I doubt they're going to make it this year, judging by the start that I've seen so far. They got to buy players, defenders. That's what they need, is defenders. They're all going on about Jadon Sancho, Sarr from Watford, and who else were they looking at? Dembele from Barcelona. It's like it's like a boob job for a fat bird, I mean, bigger tits, nice, of course, but no, liposuction is the one that you want. Like Man United, looking for attackers. Defenders is what you want. Defenders. Man United, now the draw is going to be coming very shortly indeed. So they got some bird talk in there, and they're talking about Florent Malouda. It's a bit of a random one, isn't it? And Dembele is so injury prone. Right. Which two teams do you want to see compete? Two teams from the Champions League. Well, I like Liverpool. Outside of Newport County, I like Liverpool. So I'll be hoping Liverpool get a what's the word I'm looking for? Not so much an easy draw. I'm not hoping that they get an easy draw. They got to be tried and tested and keep on their toes. But a favourable, that's the word I was looking for. I fucking hate when I can't think. How much times are left for the draw? Not long. Not long, I don't think. They're bringing Florent Malouda right now to honour him. Is it an ex-Chelsea player living or something like that? I think, where are they for this? I think they're in Athens, aren't they, for this draw? So down in Greece, it's a ex-Chelsea player living at the moment. So I'm going to let them get on with that. Like I said, I've got her on mute at the moment, but I will turn the sound up when the draw is starting, so you guys will be able to hear it as well as I will then tell you who's getting who, just in case you miss it off the TV sound. The thing is, if I stream the TV, I get fucked by YouTube. What teams have a chance of going to the final? I think, well, your obvious ones, I think, are going to be Liverpool, Bayern Munich. I think Dortmund could be strong this year. Real Madrid, obviously. Man City, I think. I think, oh, bloody hell, who else could do well? Sevilla could have a good shake this year, mind you. They did bloody well last year. Inter could be an emergence from Italy. I think Italy have only really had Juventus as competitors in recent years. Back when I was younger, you used to have all the Italian teams are strong contenders in all the European competitions, but are Inter going to have a chance? Atalanta did well last year. Lazio. I think Liverpool will be happy to see no Napoli this year, of course. You know, they've always had a torrid time against them. But Atletico, with their new strike force of Diego Costa and Luis Suarez, that could be pretty fucking magical, to be honest with you. Red Bull could, as they're always playing their best, but they're having their players sort of picked off them, aren't they? You know, I think without Timo Werner, they didn't really shine, you know, without having him playing for them in the latter stages of the last Champions League. If they replaced him, only time will tell. So I'm waiting for them. Oh, I think they're going to be going overnight to do it, so I'm going to bring you the sound now.
Now, as in previous years, we will also be
just give me an indication that you can hear it, guys. Just let me know. Let me know if you can hear it.
Champions League season. Plus, of course, we'll be honouring the men's and women's player of the year.
That's right. What's new for 2020 is we have introduced positional awards for the
Positional awards for women's.
And new accolades as
you
well
can hear.
For the men's
Happy
and
days.
Women's coaches of the year.
With a little on those awards and how the winner is chosen, here's a short message from the president of the European Sports Media Group.
No, we don't like messages. Let's
As the president.
Let's mute that. The sound is perfect. You guys can hear it. I'm gonna wait. Just gonna wait until they talk their mumbo jumbo bullshit. I even do it with the FA Cup and League Cup draws. You know, they all like to talk their ceremonial crap at the beginning. It's even more so with UEFA. UEFA, you know, like to do all this dignitary bullshit, like, you know. So not really interested in that. But like I say, if you've tuned in for the Champions League draw, because I know the numbers are going up and down, up and down. I know if you tune in, you can look at my face and think, this ain't the Champions League draw, fuck this, and you'll go. But I can't stream the draw direct for you, but I can tell you who gets who and allow you to hear it off the TV, off BT Sport 1 live as it happens. I can do that for you. Just got to bear with it. And if you do appreciate me bringing you this draw, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. You know, do the good stuff to help the channel. We're only a small club. Everything we make on this channel with our AdSense account does go directly and indirectly to Newport County. So it is important that we can maximise what we can. And all we need from you guys is activity, views, likes, comments. So they're going through the goalkeeper of the season from last year. It's Manuel Neuer, isn't it? I mean, I don't know if it's nominations or whether they're just saying he should be. He's phenomenal. Absolutely excellent goalkeeper. So women's goalkeeper of the year. Not that I really care because I don't really watch women's football, but you know, it's getting popular, and it is nice to see that the women's game, you know, is getting that popularity. I just don't like it myself, you know. And someone, Sarah Bouhadi, has won it. Whoever she is. So I think they're going to do some more awards now. What are they doing? It's always the same with the Champions League, isn't it? They always drag it out. They always drag it out. They're talking to her over Skype or something. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, so we were talking about who has a chance of winning it this year. I mean, I've said. Obviously, Mike was just asked there, do you think Werner will do well now that he's got his first goal? I mean, he's always going to do well. He's a world-class striker. World-class strikers always tend to do well where they are. The only time they don't, I think, is when the system don't fit their style of play. You know, at the end of the day, if they've been good somewhere else, it's because the system has allowed it and they've had the right kind of service. You know, if they have to adapt their game and they're able to, That's a sign of a great striker. Some strikers can't adapt their game to suit playing in a particular country or in a particular system. I mean, look at the strikers over the years that have come to the Premier League and have flopped massively, but have always been good elsewhere, like Diego Forlan, Iago Aspas, Andrei Shevchenko. You know, we've always had good strikers coming to the Premier League, but not always do they tend to come good. So Timo Werner, he's got a goal, still got time to prove himself, but he is a top striker. So just looking to see, you know, they're still talking to the women's winner of it. You know, they didn't talk to Manuel Neuer. I mean, it's a bit sexist, isn't it? Right, so talking about, I think there could be a potential outsider this year. I think Man City's defence could be their faltering again. Liverpool, if they can play as well as they can, are going to be a contender. Real Madrid, always a contender. Barcelona are weak this year. I think they're going through a bit of rebuilding. So I think it's time for I think Barcelona won't have it this year. I think Dortmund looks strong. I think they got to be considered contenders. God, Atletico, Inter. I think Inter are going to be the ones who are going to go further than further than where people would expect them to go, basically. Oh, I tell you what, they've gone one better with Manuel Neuer. They've actually got him sitting there with them. All right. We'll have that then. There's no sexism in this. UEFA, they got their equal rights. They got him on the ball. Fair play to them. Morata, yes, Morata has gone. Has he gone back to Juventus? Morata has gone to. Morata has won that faltered in the Premier League. Yes, good shape, mate. Good shape. Morata came with a lot of promise and started well. Bit like bloody hell, is it Javier Soldado? I think it was the one who signed for Tottenham. He was good for Villarreal, and he basically came in and scored in his opening couple of games and barely got another goal since. So people can start with Roberto Soldado. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you, mate. It's a good job someone's got their eye on the ball on this, isn't it? I got my eye on this fucking TV screen at the moment. I'm not seeing the draw happening and I'm getting sick. UEFA do this all the time, every fucking year. Every year. They always drag this shit right out. But it'll happen at some point. But I'm thankful for those of you who've joined. I mean, if you are looking for the Champions League draw, I am going to deliver it to you. You know, don't come in and think, there's a fat, ugly guy in a Newport County shirt. I'm not going to bother watching this. You're going to get the draw from me. I promise you that. Yeah, Marcus, I know. Come on, for fuck's sake. They're just talking shit. I mean, yeah, it's Manuel Neuer. He just won the Champions League again. And he's won the goalkeeper of the year. Fair play. But have a quick chat. And then, go on, drop those fucking balls and get them going. Come on, for fuck's sake. Sunday streams back soon. Maybe. Not yet. But soon. Ish. We'll see. I fill my Sundays up a little bit too much these days, so I can't guarantee anything at the moment, but the streams are coming back. So the reasons why the streams went is because the numbers when I first started doing them were good, got better, and then came right down to the point that I barely had 10 people watching. So, yeah. Would you join me for an episode in my new podcast? You're doing a podcast as well now, fucking hell, mate. I mean, is there anything you're not doing on your channel? Jeez. But we'll see. We'll see when I can spend this, where I can spare the time for you, mate. Absolutely. Always willing to help out other YouTubers. Lewis EFC, how's it going, mate? You okay? Champions League draw. Basically, it's the first time ever that I've been off work to be able to deliver a stream for the Champions League draw. So I thought, why not? Why not bring it to you guys? I thought I had a few more takers. I always tend to do well with the thumbnails, with the clickbait and everything like that. But right, okay, I think they're going back to doing it now. So,
Gentlemen, over
here's
to
the
you,
sound.
Giorgio.
Thank you, Reshmin and Pedro.
Here we go.
After everything that has happened over the last 7 months, it is great to be in the position to
This is
conduct
it.
this draw. The only regret is that you, the clubs, cannot be here physically with us. 7 months ago, we could have never envisaged playing in the middle of summer a beautiful Final 8 tournament in Portugal, which captured the imagination of football fans around the world. And our warmest congratulations go to Bayern on their triumph in
They were
these
quality.
most unexpected circumstances.
Fuck
We have
Barcelona.
done,
Good to see.
meanwhile, great work together to restart our competitions in these difficult times. And notwithstanding the challenges
Didier
we face
Drogba
every day,
and Florian
we are here
Malouda.
today to
Chelsea are
kickstart
going to get an
another
easy
thrilling
group.
European season. We can now say even
Either
louder
really
how
easy or
powerful
absolutely
and true
ridiculously
unity is
hard.
to achieve the hardest objectives we encounter. And unity is what
I like
European
Liverpool. I want
football
Liverpool to have an
continue
easy
to
group as
show
well.
to turn the challenges lying ahead of us into new and brighter successes.
Fucking
The
fuck the
UEFA
teleprompter
Champions
off
League
and
is a
just get the
unique
balls dropped.
competition, and there is always a special buzz around the group stage draw. This is the first rush of adrenaline of the season, where fans around the world eagerly expect
least they do it in
to start
English.
living their dreams again.
I mean,
Special
if they're
mention
looking
this
to
year
spread it
to
correctly,
Istanbul, Başakşehir,
if
Krasnodar,
they're looking to spread it
Midtjylland,
correctly, then
and Stade Rennais.
I'd
In a
say
few minutes,
they'd
we'll
probably
be
do it in
going through
German
this
because more
experience
countries speak
for the
German or
very
maybe
first
French
time.
or Spanish.
But there are another 28
But,
clubs waiting
Fair play, they're
for
doing in
spots.
English. United for the quarters. Who else has got a good joke? Michael's just started us off with a really fucking good one there. United for the quarters. Fucking hell, mate. Please tell me you're not serious. United will be looking to get at the group stages at the moment unless they make the right signings.
Success in this upcoming season.
Got to make
We
the
are
right
now
signings, United.
Almost ready for the draw, but first
Almost
let's-
ready for the
let's
draw.
take a
But
moment
first,
for the
fuck
second.
off. There's too many but firsts. What are they looking at now?
The 32 teams have been allocated to 4 pots in accordance with the following principles. Pot 1 will comprise the UEFA Champions League title holder and domestic champion of Germany, FC Bayern München,
You can hear
and
this, can't
UEFA
you?
Europa League title holder Sevilla FC, as well as the domestic champions of Spain, England, Italy, France, Russia, and Portugal. The remaining 24 teams have been divided into 3 pots, based on their position in the UEFA Club Coefficient ranking. Since the same number of UEFA Champions League matches are played on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, the groups are divided in 2 colours, red for groups A to D and blue for groups E to H. The red groups will play on one match night and the blue groups will play on the other. This will be applied for all match days. For TV coverage reasons, every 2 teams from one country are paired in order to be split into red and blue groups. Please also note that based on a decision taken by the UEFA Executive Committee, teams from Russia and Ukraine shall not be drawn in the same group. Champions League
Yeah,
and Europa League
okay.
title holders, as well as the domestic champions of Pot 1,
Potential
will be
World
drawn
War
first.
III reasons.
Starting with Pot 1,
Starting to fuck up the
balls
Champions
drawn
League.
at random
It's
and
wrong.
open to display the name. The team drawn is placed
This
in
sounds
the
like it's gonna be
first
very, very
available group
complicated.
in alphabetical order from A to H, as indicated by the computer, and in accordance with the established principles. For example, if the team drawn has all 8 options from
Complicated.
A to H available, it will be automatically allocated to Group A. If the team drawn has 4 options available, from E to H for example, it will be automatically allocated to Group E, and so on.
I don't
This
get it.
procedure will be repeated until all the teams of Pot 1 are allocated in the 8 groups. For Pot 2, a ball will be drawn at random and open to display the name. The computer will then show which groups are available for this club, in accordance with the established principles such as country protection and TV pairings. A draw is then made to determine which of these available groups the clubs are assigned to. It must be noted that the number of options available to a team depends not
They know
only
how
on
to
the
drag this
team's
shit out,
own
don't they?
attributes, for example, winter venue, and those of the teams already drawn, but also on the attributes of the other teams still to be drawn. This is due to the computer calculations needed to anticipate all possible scenarios and to prevent any deadlock situation. Once the 8 teams of Pot 2 have been allocated,
Oh, God.
the same
We're on to
procedure
Pot
will
3
apply
and then-
for Pots 3
and then there's about-
4 to complete
that's all
all the
right.
groups.
They're getting it
Once
through
the
now.
draw
Good.
procedure has been completed, a computer draw will determine the final position of all clubs within the 8 groups, as the position in the group determines the match schedule. In this respect, the computer will
Yeah, let's
ensure
get on
that
with it.
stadium clashes and winter venues and taken into account. The match calendar will be released on Friday evening.
There we go. So there's no match calendar coming out today, but the draw is happening at least now.
All right, so now we know how it all will work. Time to look at the teams from the first pot, pot 1.
Oh, they're dragging this shit out. They're doing highlights of all the pots, like, you know. Bayern, Sevilla. Real Madrid. Yeah, get on with it. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's worth watching Liverpool though. Liverpool are awesome. Love Liverpool. Juve could have a strong season, mind. I like Juve. Paris Saint-Germain. Are they going to be the big contenders this season? Maybe. Hey, when does the draw start? You tell me, mate. We've been sitting here waiting for it to come on. UEFA, they love to glorify these things and, you know, put on a big spectacle and all that. It's like, no one gives a fuck about all that. All they want to know is who gets who in the fucking draw. Right then.
And now everything is really ready to kick off the UEFA Champions League 2020-2021.
Good. Come
Our
on.
two legends of today, Didier Drogba and Florent Malouda, will tell us everything.
Didier Drogba and
we know
Florent
from group
Malouda.
stage. And we start with pot 1, the pot of champions, 2 European and 6 domestic champions. Didier, it's in your hands.
Like it, Marcus.
Kicking us off here tonight.
So the first team drawn out is
First team.
I think it's Bayern. It is Bayern.
Bayern München.
And the first team cannot be but the champions, the title holders of the European competition, Bayern München, going into Group A.
Going
So
into Group
we
A.
are ready to discover the team which will go into Group B.
Team that goes into Group B.
Bayern winning their 6th title, but after a great season where they won all of their matches, 11 matches in a row for Bayern, which means that the season was absolutely outstanding.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
And
Group B.
now Real Madrid for Group B. Real Madrid, they are the record title holders with 13 titles, and also with other records.
Group
they
C.
participated 51 times in the European Champions competition from the very beginning, more than any other club, and also in the last 23 successive seasons.
Next one,
Porto.
FC Porto.
And the third team drawn is Porto, and Porto can go into Group C. So Porto is leading now Group C winners in 1987 and in 2004, and with 24th participation in the UEFA Champions League, which is second only to Madrid, Real Madrid and Barcelona, and on a pair with Bayern.
Liverpool.
Liverpool FC.
And now
Into
Liverpool
Group D.
FC. So one great after the other. So Liverpool FC means that they take place in Group 4. Group 4 for the 6-time winners and the club which has won more European titles than any other club in England, FC Liverpool.
Sevilla FC.
And now
Group
Sevilla FC goes into Group E.
Group E.
Sevilla.
Sevilla.
As the winners of the UEFA Europa League after a thrilling final played in Cologne in the month of August. Now we go with
Football Club
Zenit.
Zenit.
Football Club Zenit St.
Group F.
Petersburg, and for Zenit we have Group F for the Russian champions of Zenit, for the most recent Russian winners of a UEFA Club competition, having won in 2008 the UEFA Cup and the Super Cup.
Next one up.
Juventus.
And now we go with Juventus.
Dynamo are in the next one, I think.
for
the group.
Juventus.
I don't know if they're in
9
pot
times
2 or
in a
pot
row
3.
winners of the Serie A.
But Dynamo coming soon.
And they are set to be
Barca in
only
pot
the
2.
fifth club reaching 200
Coming up
matches
soon.
played in this competition.
And
As they stand at
the last team?
98.
Paris
Paris
Saint-Germain.
Saint-Germain.
And we finish with the other finalists of this year, Paris Saint-Germain. They
Must be,
take
Nick,
position
must
in
be.
Group H, and this
Everyone's
has
losing
told
money.
us everything about pot 1.
Giorgio, thank you very much. It is
That's
time
pot
now
one.
to move on to our next awards of the evening, the UEFA Men's and Women's Champions
Awards,
League
why?
Defenders of the Season. Let's take a look at the winners in action.
Oh, they know how to drag this shit out, don't they? Defender of the season. Kimmich. Quality. Absolutely quality. Love Kimmich.
Brilliantly struck, Joshua Kimmich.
Good value, I'd say. Women's wouldn't be able to tell you a women's defender. Apparently she plays for Lyon. Fucking hell, she's a monster. Renard. Something. I don't know. She looks like a bloke, mind. Wendy Renard from Lyon.
Yes, our defenders of the season are Wendy Renard and Joshua Kimmich. Wendy, like Sarah, is part of the victorious Olympique Lyonnais team. Here's what she had to say when we caught up with her.
Boring. No, we don't want to see that. Can be fucked. Award pot. Yeah, it's going to go on all fucking afternoon. I got tea to cook. I got my missus to pick up from work. I thought I had time to do this. There's only 4 of you in here. I was hoping there'd be a few hundred for this. Fucking hell. I remember doing an FA Cup draw once and there was like 4,000 people watching all at one time. You know, to see who guess who in the cup draw. And then it's the Champions League draw, the first time I've ever get to do it. There's only like fucking 6 of you in here. Oh well. Oh well. Pot 1 has been done. There's 7 of you in here now. Woohoo! Fucking get in there. Oh, there's 8. But I brought it. I've come this far now. I'm going to see it through. Even if I got to pick up a fucking McDonald's on my way home. I've got some minted lamb chops in my fridge. You know, that's got my fucking name on it. Minted bastard lamb chops. And UEFA are going to rob me of them. They're just chatting away now. Just let them fucking talk. Right then. I think I've talked so much fucking Champions League. So much Newport County. I think I've run out of talk, guys. I've just run out. I don't know what else to say. You know, ask me a question, anything, guys. Whoever's in here, ask me anything you want while we wait for this shit to fuck off, so we can see which pot 2 teams. Because this is going to be the fucking interesting one. Which pot 2 teams go with which pot 1 teams? That's going to be the interesting one. So any question, guys, anything you want while we wait for the next pot to get drawn. Nothing? Jose Juarez, me and my lads are listening from work. Don't go away. Not going anywhere, don't you worry. Pot 2's coming up soon. If you and your lads got any questions to ask football related, I'm a mad football fan. I like to pretty much answer any question you'd want me to. Unless you ask me something in some kind of obscure league somewhere. What team do you support? The mighty Newport County. Yep, massive Newport County support, the season ticket holder, volunteer of the club, and I run a supporters group also. So, Newport Flogger, in popular opinion, Dolan is the best centre-back we've had in years, only joking. You had me there. I like Dolan, I really like Matt Dolan. I think he's found a really good place at centre-back at the moment, but it's a bit of a tall order. Realistic Chelsea chances, we love Chelsea over here. Chelsea chances, well, depends how long it takes for their team to come together. Lots of new players, good new players, of course, but it may take an awful lot of time for them to come together and form a good team. They've shown some good signs so far, but it's been a bit of a rocky start of the season for them in England, so they're going to need to come together very quickly and start utilising Timo Werner much better to be able to compete at the highest level. So I don't think their chances this season are good, but don't know if they get. Oh, is that Fuchsik? I hope I've said that correctly. If I haven't, I apologise. Or it does depend on who they draw. Now, a good draw, build up. You know, if you get a good draw and you're able to win a few games and build up a bit of momentum, there may be a bit of a chance for you, because momentum is everything in the Champions League. I mean, I think teams who have gone far in the past who weren't fancied have basically done it off a sheer Champions League momentum. Liverpool in 2005 are the team that really showed that, because they were awful in England that year. But for some reason, when it came to the Champions League, they just had it. They had it and they went all the way in the end. And who would have thought they'd come back against that Milan team? Arguably one of the greatest starting 11s in Europe ever in European football. Absolutely unbelievable how they managed to do that. Do you think Dynamo have a chance to get out of their group? Depends who they get in their group, mate, to be honest with you. I mean, if they get lucky enough, you never know. Sam G, it is a name from the past. Aren't you? Oh, bloody hell. An Exeter fan, I believe, yeah? Unless I'm wrong, I do apologise. Yeah, here we go again. All the bullshit, mate. They're talking to Kimmich at the moment. I quite like Kimmich, but he'll be talking in German at the moment. Obviously, I don't think he'll know much English. He may end up in England one day. I wouldn't mind seeing him playing with Virgil van Dijk one day, maybe. The 10-hour trial today of Marcus is saying the FIFA 21 10-hour trial. I don't know how to get that. Sam G saying about the game yesterday, looked like we'd see it out. No, I could see a red and yellow scarf in your background on your picture. So you must be a Newport County man. I know we have had some resident Exeter fans in the past, so yeah. Look, to be honest with you, I'm just hoping that they fucking hurry up on you. You won the award. Thank you very much. Done. What's the fucking hold up? Pot 2. Just one. Pot 2 is the one. Pot 2 is the one. They're just showing Instagram posts and stuff like that now. Why? Anyway, pot 2. Come on. Must have been months since I saw you last. Yeah. Well, I don't know. We haven't done the live streams for a while. They may be coming back soon one day. You got to get that bell switched on, mate. So they're just going through all the teams that are in pot 2 now. So the draw will be coming, resuming shortly. So Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. So they're two teams you'll want to avoid. Man City obviously can't get drawn with any of the English teams. I think last year was their Man United, of course. Don't fancy them to do well at all this year unless they make those big signings that they need. Oh, Sam, that sounds so fucking wrong, mate. That sounds wrong. I'll ignore that comment. Dortmund would be good if they keep hold of Sancho and Haaland, of course. They're going to be strong. Chelsea in pot 2 as well. And of course Ajax, who've been picked clean since their fantastic run in the Champions League 2 years ago. So that's pot 2. Here we go.
With pot 2, now we start seeing
Here we
the
go.
UEFA Champions League group stage take shape. And with the concentration of strength we have in this pot, it can only be more than exciting. Yeah, the first pairing of teams to play together in the coming weeks.
So, first team out is
Club Atletico
Madrid.
Club Atletico de Madrid, they have 3 options.
3 options,
The
A,
options
C
are
or
A,
D.
C or D.
Watch them going with
For
Liverpool
Atletico
now.
de Madrid,
Diego
playing
Costa
the
and
three
Luis
finals
Suarez
of history.
back at Anfield.
Recently, 2014 and 2016, both
So,
against
Florian Malouda.
neighbors of Real Madrid.
Lohan making his debut tonight.
Florian Malouda will be choosing the group name, or the group number, sorry, or letter.
A.
Group A.
Group A. So, first team, first group, Bayern Munich and
So it's Bayern and Atletico
de
together in
Madrid.
Group A.
They will play together in
Bayern
Group
and
A.
Atletico are together in
Now
Group A.
awaiting, a second name,
The next
second big
team. Now
name.
this is where it gets interesting now, because you actually see teams coming together. You know,
Some smiles there from our Bayern guests, Giorgio. Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea.
Football Club.
Chelsea are the next team.
Drogba knows very, very well. For Chelsea Football Club, there are 6 groups which are
So,
possible.
Jose.
B, C,
Jose, the
E,
team are 8,
F,
Chelsea
G,
are 8.
and H. Chelsea winners in 2012, where the Didier was very
What group will they be going
for
into?
the team. And the team is qualified 15 out of 16.
And Malouda, former Chelsea player, will be
they
choosing
had
their
in
group
Group
for
A
them.
qualified for the knockout stage.
Will it be
The only time
favourable?
They didn't qualify, they won the Europa League.
Will they get drawn with Bayern again?
Chelsea.
Group E.
For Chelsea. Group E
Group E.
means that they will play against the winners
Sevilla.
of the Europa League.
Sevilla and Chelsea. I think Chelsea have got a good in there.
Sevilla and
They'll
Chelsea.
be strong, but not as strong as some of the
Yeah.
teams in there,
And,
obviously.
the third team is ready.
So the next team, Drogba's pulling out the next team.
So
Who is?
FC
Barcelona.
FC
Here we go. This is the big one from pot 2.
Barcelona,
Who are they going with?
options,
They could go into F, G or H.
five-time
F,
winners
G or
of
H.
the
So
UEFA Champions
Liverpool
League,
will be avoiding them then.
which performs very well in the group stage, as they were top of their group in the last 13 editions and 21 in total, which makes Barcelona the team which has won
bet, mate.
more
I
times
bet.
the group stage of the UEFA Champions League.
Poor old Arsenal.
G.
Group
Group
G.
Group G, Barcelona will face Juventus. in,
Barcelona and Juventus. Oof.
it's another
There's a group of death lined up there.
You're ready to learn name of another team.
G is the one to look out for.
Position in one of our groups.
Next
Ronaldo
team.
against Messi.
That's-
Ajax.
AFC Ajax.
And now it's the turn of AFC Ajax.
Messi v Ronaldo
Which
again.
can be
Yes.
allocated to 3 groups, B, C or D for Ajax.
G will be the death group.
Ajax,
Yep.
which are unbeaten in
Ajax
their
could-
9 success.
I think it was A, B or D they could go into.
UEFA Champions League matches. in the last
Wouldn't mind them for Liverpool. Liverpool will tear them apart.
Despite having played against teams like Juventus, Real Madrid, Bayern, Tottenham, Chelsea.
Group D with Liverpool. Yep.
D, Group D.
Liverpool and Ajax.
Ajax means that they will be
Liverpool and Ajax. I'm happy with that. As someone who likes Liverpool as well as obviously I'm a supporter of Liverpool, but I like Liverpool. I'm happy with that.
ready
Ajax.
to know another
Let's have a Mank team out now. Come on. Let's put one of them.
Okay, and this team is FC Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Ukrainian champions of Shakhtar Donetsk. They can be allocated to 2 groups.
B or C.
B or C
B or C.
for Shakhtar. Quarter finalists in 2011. And appearing in the
Go on,
UEFA
Malouda.
Champions League group stage for
Stop holding this up.
13th time in 15 seasons.
Might have to give you guys a cooking lesson so I can have my lamb chops.
B.
B.
Group B.
Group B. Who was that with again?
Means that Shakhtar Donetsk will be opposed to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. So
Only 3
that's Real
teams
Madrid
left
avoided for the
now.
Manchester team. So Man United will probably get the easy group as they always do.
Next team from pot 2.
Got to be a Manchester team now, surely.
Borussia
Yes.
Dortmund.
Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund.
We have 2 possibilities.
F
Group
or
F
H.
or Group H.
I forget who's in them
for,
groups.
Borussia Dortmund.
I forget who's in them groups.
9th appearance in the Champions League group stage after the last 10 seasons. Borussia have 1 title in their showcase, won in 1997.
Okay. So
And
Dortmund
Borussia
are in
is
group
allocated to
F.
F.
Group
Group
F.
F.
And Group F will oppose Borussia Dortmund to
Zenit.
Football Club.
Zenit and Dortmund. So that's an easier potential group for the Manchester teams. I'm trying to think who they could be paired with now, because this is going to be a Manchester team now because they're the last 2.
Is
So Paris Saint-Germain
Manchester
are still
United.
out there.
Manchester United.
Man United.
FC,
It's Man United.
For Manchester United.
So they can
one
only
group
go in Group
only
H
is open, and that is Group H,
with
which oppose now Manchester United to Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain. There's me going on to Man United in the easy groups.
And,
And
only
they're stuck
one
with
team,
Paris.
Probably from the same
Oh, what a
city,
nightmare for Man United.
if everything is done well.
They're not going to get the better of Paris Saint-Germain this season.
That is
And then Man City are the last one.
Yes, this is the Citizens and Manchester City.
Can only
will
go in
play
Group C.
against, FC Porto in Group C.
So they're with FC
And
Porto.
with this, we have
So
completed
at least one Manchester team are getting a somewhat
That's right,
easier
Giorgio.
group.
Thank you, gentlemen. We're
So,
halfway through already. Some
halfway through.
mouth-watering ties to look forward to. You can
Back to
really go
PSG
through
again.
every
Come
group
off
and
it,
say,
mate. Come off
watch
it.
this game, don't miss it. When the calendar comes out and when we start and kick off on the 20th of October. But how about some clashes of former winners?
This is taking
like
too fucking
Juve
long.
and Barca, Liverpool and Ajax, and then we've also got Bayern Munich against Club Atletico de Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, other clashes of titans. No doubt this competition is looking great so far. Now let's move on to the awards, and we're going to go on to the midfielder of the season.
Midfielder of the season. Which Bayern player is going to be this? Thiago. Got to be Thiago. Oh, they're giving it to De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, you can understand that. He is a fucking class act, Kevin De Bruyne. One of the best midfielders I think I've ever seen. Marochan, so it's another Lyon player. So, oh, I'm gonna fucking mute that shit. I tell you what, I don't think I'm gonna bother doing one of these again. I don't think I'm gonna be fucked. But seeing it through for you guys, you know, I know there's a few of you that want me to keep this going, so I'm not gonna go anywhere. Trust me. So what I got to do though is sort of start setting up. My missus is on an internet course this evening after I pick her up from work. So Barca vs Juve, the group of death, absolutely. I think that was Group G, wasn't it? That was Group G. So let me just get this laptop open for her. I'll be happy to take any questions on the build up to this. Bloody hell. Sort this out for her while we wait. I was hoping it was going to be like wrapped up by now, because I would have done. I'd have cooked my dinner by now. My minted lamb chops and a nice selection of veg that I got going over there. Good stuff. I only bother with the good shit where the food's concerned. I mean, to be honest, I was hoping there were going to be a few more of you in here today for this. But for those of you who've joined and for those of you who are appreciative of this, I'm going to make sure I see it through for you. We're halfway there at least. I just make sure I get my grub. I'm playing football tonight, so I've got to get it early. I've got to get it early because if I eat too late, I can't play football on a full bastard stomach. So any questions while we're waiting, guys? Anything at all? What position do you play? I play 5 or 7 aside, so I don't really have much of a position, but because I'm a fat bastard now and I'm very unfit, I tend to go goalkeeper or defence. You know, the kind of one that, you know, when they get a bit of a second wind, they'll venture forward and try and have a shot, miss it miserably, and then go back in defence in their rightful place. But back in my day, I was more, I was, when I was young, when I was a teenager, I was a winger, because I had a bit of pace on me and I could dribble. But then as I grew a bit bigger, I was a good sort of target man forward because I knew how to find the goal as well. And I've always been strong on the ball. No one can power me off the ball. Never come up against anyone that's been able to push me off the ball before without fouling me. So, yeah, that's me. Looks like Chelsea Group is not going to be so rough on them. Come on, you Blues. It looks like it, mate. It looks like it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I typed in Zoom for it because she's on a Zoom call. And it came up with zoo. For fuck's sake. Because my M key doesn't work. Basically, I spilt a soft drink all over my laptop and some of my keys are dead, basically. So, I need to see if I can find it. Jose, I'm sorry about Carabao Cup. Oh well, I'm a Tottenham fan. There we go. Let's get you guys get the banter going there while I sort this out for her. I was hoping they would all be done by now, so I didn't think I'd need to worry about this. But it won't let me do Zoom. This is a nightmare. Lampard's little bitch missed. Yeah, Mason. They're seeing him as the new Lampard, aren't they? There we go. Zoom, you motherfucker. There we are. Happy days. So they talk to Kevin De Bruyne with his little award in his hand, as opposed to another little something that would usually be in his hand. Right, so Zoom is up. She can't fucking moan at me now when she gets on. She said, for when I get home, make sure your laptop's open with Zoom ready to go. It's done. It's done. I've been going on this for a fucking hour. Fuck off, UEFA. Fucking starving as well. I want my bastard lamb chops. Been messaging a lot of Newcastle fans now after yesterday. Oh, yeah. Trying to make new friends. Newcastle friends. Oh, that should not have been a pen. Oh, the Newcastle penalty. No. Absolutely not. That was a fucking monstrosity. That was reffing of the worst caliber I've ever seen. But can't blame the ref as much as the lawmakers you got to blame. That's what a lot of people are failing to understand. There's a lot of people opposed to VAR right now. VAR is not the one that makes the rules. VAR is helping the referees enforce the rules correctly. If you don't like the rules, you've got to point your finger at the rule makers, not VAR. VAR is just a piece of technology that's there to help the referee do their job better. You cannot blame VAR for the shitness of the rules. If the new handball rule is shit, you cannot blame VAR for it. I've always been a big advocate of video technology in football. It's been an essential for a long time because there's too many mistakes that cost teams. Too many mistakes that cost teams. I mean, cost Tottenham 2 points on the weekend, but that's a mistake down to the lawmakers, not VAR itself. Now, I think they are now coming back for pot 3.
And to him. Right, let's get back to the draw, taking a look at the teams in pot 3.
Oh, they're going to go through the teams. So this is Dynamo. So, Fuchs, this is Dynamo. Dynamo are in this one. FC Salzburg. I've noticed they're not RB Salzburg anymore, unless they are, but they're not. I don't know. RB Leipzig. It's definitely RB. I don't like the Red Bull thing. Don't like it. So we've got Inter Milan, Olympiacos, Lazio. This is the group of Italians, the Italian pot. So this Russian team have actually done some good stuff of late, apparently. So they could be interesting. Atalanta. How will they be next season after they had such a good run in the Champions League this year, almost beating Paris Saint-Germain, of course.
With pot 3, now we are taking another step closer to the full composition of the groups, and with the
while we wait for this, I've just got to plug this laptop in 2 seconds.
These teams will pose a great challenge to the teams which have already been done in the 8 groups.
Gaming content,
And, we start,
new internet,
now with this
FIFA 21.
team. We'll appear in a second.
That's all I'm saying. First team out,
First team is FC
Krasnodar.
FC Krasnodar, fresh from
Krasnodar.
their playoff match played.
Oh, bloody hell, they could go in A, C, D, E, F, or G.
The options are group A, C, D, E, G.
D will do
and
for me.
H for,
D will do for me for Liverpool.
of the competition and never played in the group stage until now. And so we will see where they will start their first European adventure in the UEFA Champions League.
Like you said earlier, Giorgio, we have 4 first-time teams in the group stage.
4 first timers this year, eh?
But only one in this spot.
Only one in this spot.
E.
E.
Group E. So
Who's in E?
Krasnodar will play against Sevilla and
Sevilla, Chelsea.
in Group E.
There you go, Jose.
Yeah, please,
They're in with Chelsea. Krasnodar from Russia. Next team.
And the name is
The name is RB Leipzig.
Leipzig.
RB Leipzig.
RB Leipzig.
5 options for Leipzig: B, C, D, G,
Or G or H. B, C, D, G, or H.
Nice surprises of last season.
Ferencváros are one newcomer. Yeah. The Rennes might be the other one.
Yep.
in Lisbon.
And there's one other, isn't
Only
there?
their second participation in
Could be
Champions League.
Midtjylland.
So Leipzig is definitely a team that everyone has to fear. And Florent Malouda will tell us
Florent Malouda, don't pick
which
the...
teams have to be
I wouldn't mind
afraid
D.
of.
I reckon we'll batter them.
H.
H.
Group H for Leipzig, so the teams are Paris Saint-Germain,
Paris,
and,
Man United and
Manchester
Leipzig. Man United are fucking 8, Mike. They're 8.
Certainly
Man United are
a group,
gone.
Where we
They're gone.
have hard-fought matches all the time.
Yeah, there's no easy group in the Champions League, but that is extremely tough.
Next team,
And the next team is
Atalanta.
BC.
Atalanta.
Atalanta. For Atalanta, the options
Who for
are
Atalanta? A, B, C, D or F?
Or F. And Atalanta comes.
Easy group. Keep kidding yourself, mate.
Surprise. We have another surprise of last year.
Atalanta.
Outsider, very first time they participated, but able to
Yeah.
make it up to the quarterfinals, scoring plenty of goals.
RB Leipzig are with Man United and Paris Saint-Germain. Man United are gone.
Yeah, they're in great form so far this
Okay,
season. so-
Malouda, who are you choosing for
They'll go in the
Atalanta?
Group D.
D, Liverpool.
D. The group
Ajax and
Atalanta is
Atalanta
Group
with
D,
Liverpool.
And then D, they will find Liverpool and Ajax. So Liverpool, Ajax, and Atalanta.
PSG will beat you 2-1 and 1-0, or possibly more.
Ready for another one.
Next team. Next team
What
is
three is?
Team is Olympiacos.
Olympiakos next.
Olympiacos, FC,
Olympiakos.
from Athens, Group A.
They can only go into A, B or C.
Are the three options which exist for Olympiacos. So they are participating for the 20th time in the UEFA Champions League. So the 7th in the all-time list of the most group stage participations. C.
C.
So Olympiacos goes
Olympiakos in with.
into Group C, where they will find
Porto
FC
and Man
Porto,
City. Ooh,
Manchester
tough.
City.
I think Man City will emerge winners of that group already. I can't see anyone causing them problems in that one. Like I said, momentum. You
Halfway
get
through this pot.
a good group run.
Next team is FC Dynamo Kiev.
Dynamo.
Dynamo
There you
Kiev,
go.
For Dynamo Kiev,
Or Dynamo.
only one
I'll say it right.
possibility.
They can only go into
Don't
Group
need
G.
to know, Group
Oh.
G. And in Group
That's
G,
rough.
they are joining
Juventus.
and FC Barcelona.
And Barcelona.
For a team
Dynamo
has
Kiev
participated
or
37
Kiev.
times
Kiev.
in UEFA Champions
With
Cup,
Barcelona
Champions
and
League.
Juventus.
Third, just behind Real Madrid and Benfica.
Next up,
They qualified this week.
FC Salzburg.
And
Salzburg.
now FC Salzburg, Group A or Group B.
A or B
These are the two
for
options
Salzburg.
available to Salzburg. Their third participation in the group stage.
Never rule out Dynamo Kiev,
They scored
Mike.
a lot of goals in the group stage.
Never
last
rule
year,
them out.
16. Thanks also to the performance. of
They're
the
always a
last
dark
team.
horse, Dynamo
That's right.
Kiev. Always.
A.
A.
Group A.
That's
So
Bayern,
FC
isn't it?
Salzburg will play against
Bayern and
Munich
Atletico.
and, Club Atletico de Madrid.
Tough one for Salzburg
Only
there.
two teams are left.
Tough one.
This spot, Didier, you show us the
To
first
be Inter
one.
and Lazio left
Two
now.
Italian teams left.
Correct. Two Italian teams.
So we got
FC
Inter.
Internazionale Milano.
FC Internazionale
Inter.
can only go into one.
Can only go into
Group
B.
is
Inter
due
into
to the,
Group
to
B
the constraints,
with
the team-
Real
Group
Madrid
B
and
is
Shakhtar
Real
Donetsk. That's
Madrid and
Shakhtar gone.
Donetsk, now accommodating also Internazionale Milano.
And then it's Lazio can only go into one group as well.
Which team is this?
SS Lazio.
SS Lazio, and Lazio will play against
They're in Group
Zenit
F.
and
Trying to remember who's in
Borussia Dortmund Group
Yeah,
F.
Zenit and Borussia
This is
Dortmund.
all for pot three.
That's an interesting group, mind you. They're all good in their own right, but not a world beater as such.
Okay, sorry about that. I was having a little discussion in my ear, don't mind me. That is the conclusion of pot three, and pot three is always where it gets exciting,
And it's
isn't it?
striker
Next
of the
week
year.
also,
We already know
next
Lewandowski's
day
won
are
it,
for
so
the UEFA Champions League men's and women's forward of the season.
we'll mute that one. Now, my laptop is set up for the missus for her course tonight, which is good. I don't have lamb chops on cooking, but I quite like them. I like, you know, your red meat medium anyway, so they're not going to take too long to fry up. But what is the time though? As long as it's not past 5:15, by the time this is finished, it'll be alright. It'll be okay. But this is taking too fucking long, isn't it? Too long. These Champions League draws. Who's the woman from Wolfsburg? Some blonde girl. She's actually quite fit, to be honest with you. Fair play. I don't know when the Europa draw is. Well, I think there's some qualifiers tonight, isn't there? And I think the Europa will then be tomorrow, I think, after the qualifiers tonight. So, Pernille Harder. Oh, Harder. Oh, fucking hell. A fit bird playing football called Harder. That's poetic, that is. That's perfect. I like that. And they're going to talk to her now. So let's pop it on and see if she sounds fit.
Last UEFA Women's Champions League season. Now, I know in a recent interview you said you felt you weren't
Does
the
she
best
sound fit?
player yet, but you're getting closer every season. Surely, what does this award mean?
She's in a
to
Chelsea
you?
kit. She must have joined Chelsea.
Yeah, obviously it means a lot. These individual awards you get, it always shows that what you're doing is the right thing and that I'm on the right
Yeah,
way.
I like that.
So obviously I'm super happy about it.
Pernille, you're the most expensive female
No,
footballer.
that'll do. Yeah, she sounds fit as well. Happy days. Well, Arsenal need 1 or 2 more players, don't they? I'm moving to London, says... Fucking hell, why are you moving to London for, you mad bastard? The fuck? What's London got when you put that? Well, yeah, that's a stupid question, yeah, I know. But, yeah, well... Fuck off then, you dick. Just waiting for this to happen now. And I'm fucking hungry, I would have been eating by now. Fucking UEFA. Fuck off. Alright, I'm just going to look at my tablet a minute because I'm fucking bored as well. Fucking bored. No, nothing to fucking do. But to sit here and try and entertain you guys. But thanks for joining me though. You know, the remaining 5 of you. It looks as though people drop out and then come back in just in time for when the groups are being drawn. So segmenting your viewing is a good shout because I wouldn't be enjoying watching me talking shit right now. I'd be wanting to know the fucking draw. So for those of you stuck with me, you're good guys. Thank you. The channel needs all the help it can get. And the newbies, if you're newbies, thank you for being a part of this today. And I hope you've subscribed already. Loads of good videos on this channel. We're not just Newport County, we've got plenty of other videos. But Champions League now though. First Champions League ever, and as far as ratings are concerned, it's been a miserable disaster. But I'm appreciative for the fact we got some new faces in here. And hopefully you guys will check out the channel and have a look at the other videos we got on here. Hey Ryan Williams, how's it going? How are you, mate? So Fuchsik, please say you've just said yeah, but please say I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, even if you've got to sort of explain a little bit of a you know, a pronunciation for your name, then you know, I'll be happy to go off your pronunciation. But there we go. They're talking to Lewandowski now, so they're going to be going over to do the last bits shortly. Right. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find something on here so I can see who's been drawn so far. See if there's a live... Is there something going on live? UEFA.com. Is that on UEFA.com? Ryan Williams living in China. Fucking hell. Could you repeat the Barca group for me again, please? I'm going to have a look now to see if I can see what groups have been drawn so far. Right, so Champions League draw live. I know Barcelona and Juventus are together with Dynamo. Live. So there's loads of watch-alongs going on. I wonder if mine's popped up on this. I don't think it has, you know. And I wonder I'm not getting anyone because all these bastards have got all the viewers. Motherfuckers. So Daily Mail have got a live thing. So I'm going to go through the groups now while they talk shit with Lewandowski about how great he is. We already know that, so it's not something we need to hear. Right, so... Oh, what's it doing? It's trying to make me download fucking apps now. Fuck you, I don't want your apps. Right, cookies. Got it. Fucking fuck your cookies, you bastards. Right. So is there an overview of the groups so far? No, not really. Can't believe Liverpool are third favourites for this. It should be first favourites. So there's no sort of look on the Daily Mail as to what the group is. I'm just double checking on there. The Guardian now. The Guardian are good. I like the Guardian. Let's see if they've got it. It's hard to keep it in your fucking head. The groups so far. There we go. That's the shit we want. So Group A. Oh, they haven't updated it yet with pot fucking 3. You fucking stupid bastards. Alright, there we go. The group's after pot 3. So Group A is Bayern Munich, Atletico and Salzburg. Group B is Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk and Inter. Group C is Porto, Man City, Olympiacos. Group D is Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta. Group E is Sevilla, Chelsea and Krasnodar. Group F is Zenit, Dortmund, Lazio. Group G is Juventus, Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev. And then finally Group H is Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, 8, and RB Leipzig. So the final pot is about to be drawn, and I'm sorry guys, but as soon as the final pot is gone, I'm gone. Yeah, you happy with that? Yeah, have a bit of sympathy for me and my lamb chops. If you get a hashtag pray for Taff and his lamb chops going on Twitter, I will murder whoever starts it. That's a joke, by the way, in case any fucking stupid bastard takes that shit seriously. So I got the groups as they are now. So as the pots get drawn, I'll be able to tell you which group they're going into straight away. See, on the ball, I got a tablet now. You know, I'm big time YouTube. Not really. You can see all 7 of you will probably agree that it's not quite. Oh, there's 8 of you now. Happy days. I love lamb chops too. I got mint sauce on my lamb chops, and I'm ready to fry them up in a nice shallow pan, whilst I boil away some mixed vegetables to go with it, and a nice golden vegetable rice to go with it then as well. I got my cooking shit sorted. I sound like a prick tonight sometimes. I really do. I really sound like a knob. Sometimes though, only sometimes. Don't take that as a golden. I'm not a knob all the time, just sometimes. But when I play football, I'm a knob as well. I'm going home for tea. As soon as it's over, you go on those chops, you deserve it. Jose, you're a gentleman. Thank you very much. So everybody wants to come on for mine for tea now. Pot 4. Here it goes.
Pot 4 now to play who know who plays who in the UEFA Champions League in the next couple of months. So Didier, you just have to
First
finish
team.
it off.
Come on, Drogba. Let's sort this out now, mate. First team drawn out of for pot 4 is.
First team out of pot 4 is.
Start with Olympique de Marseille.
Marseille.
Olympique de Marseille.
Don't want them in
available
Group
to
D.
Olympique de Marseille.
They can only go in A, B, C or D as well. Marseille. Depends who they got playing for them these days. I mean, I like Marseille. I've always thought they've always had a strong team, but are they going to be strong enough?
Yes.
Don't know.
Yes, I started my first Champions League games with Marseille
Exactly. In which year?
in 2002, 2003.
They're in Group C. Porto, Man City, Olympiacos and Marseille.
So it's Group C.
Group C.
Group C.
Seen him holding it in his hand before he showed it. There it is, Group C. Got it. Porto, Man City, Olympiacos and Marseille.
Olympiacos and Olympique de Marseille.
We're nearly there.
Very Olympic group.
Nearly there. Drogba, come on, man. Unscrew that shit fucking quicker.
Second team of pot 4.
Second team is FC Lokomotiv.
Lokomotiv Moskva.
Lokomotiv, now two
Lokomotiv
possibilities
Moscow,
for
A or
Lokomotiv.
D.
It is either Group
Could
A
be
or
could be
Group
paired
D.
with Liverpool or Bayern Munich, Atletico and
Options for them.
Salzburg. It'd be a
Third
tough group for them
successive
either way.
season that Lokomotiv Moscow are playing Champions League, and this year they will have to face
Group A,
teams of
Bayern
Group A,
Munich,
which
Atletico
are
Madrid or
Bayern
Salzburg.
München, Club Atlético de Madrid and FC Salzburg. So another group is complete. 6 only are left.
I'm impressed with the way Didier said all these teams. No matter the country, your accent's perfect.
No, thank you very much. Club de Bruges.
Club Brugge, and that's what he wants his accolades for, his accent and his
They can
pronunciation.
go into all the
He's a
available
fucking world-class
groups, so
footballer as
B
well, by the way, you know.
and D, E, F,
So they could
G,
go in
and H,
B, D, E, F, G or
for
H.
The only club from Belgium which has reached
I'd take that for
its
Liverpool in
history,
Group D.
the final of the UEFA Champions
I'd take that for
Cup
Liverpool in
in
Group D.
1978.
So Chelsea could get them. They could go with Dortmund, Lazio and Zenit, Juventus, Barcelona
See
or Kiev,
which is their group.
PSG, Man United, Leipzig, Club Brugge are in Group F. So there was
Group
Zenit,
F.
Dortmund and Lazio.
And F means that they will play against the Football Club Zenit,
Dortmund to
Borussia
win,
Dortmund and
Lazio to come second, Zenit third, Bruges fourth.
3 groups are now complete. 5 to go.
Istanbul,
Istanbul,
Başakşehir.
Başakşehir,
Istanbul, Başakşehir. We have 5 options.
B, D, E, G or H.
D, E, G, and H for one of the.
Put them in Man United, give them a half chance, at least give them
Champions League of this year.
3 or so
Of course,
points that they
Istanbul
can get.
hosts the
They'll probably
final
lose away.
City that
Istanbul.
Didier also knows very well.
Yes. Galatasaray.
That's right.
In the run to the Istanbul final, they will have to face now 3 teams in group stage. Which group?
H.
Group
There you
H.
go, the Man United.
Group H.
There you go, Mike.
They will play Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, and RB Leipzig. So,
Baptism of fire.
yeah,
Tough group,
definitely not an easy.
tough group for the Turkish team. Next teammate is
Next one.
Stade Rennais. FC.
Stade
Stade
Rennais.
Rennais FC. Also
Rennes.
for the first time in Champions League, they can play in Group B.
B, D, E or G.
So basically all the options.
I'd take them for Liverpool. It'd be 3 relatively easy trips to travel for.
Another one of the debutants in the competition this
Very
season.
first time that Stade Rennais are participating.
They're going in the following group.
Group
E.
E.
Sevilla, Chelsea and
Group E
Krasnodar.
is the group where we have
So
already
Chelsea.
located Sevilla,
There's I
Chelsea,
think
and,
Chelsea will
FC
progress.
Krasnodar.
Chelsea will progress.
So
They
now
could
also
possibly even win
Stade
that group.
Rennais.
There you go, Jose.
We have only
There's your
3
Chelsea group for you.
teams left before we know everything.
That's right.
Cheers, Ryan.
FC
Midtjylland
And here
Liverpool.
we go with another debutant of
Into-
Champions League, group
into Liverpool's
B,
group, B, D or G.
G
Liverpool,
And,
group toppers,
host,
maximum points.
is Danish team.
That'll be my prediction
Also
if
qualified this week.
they get drawn in Group
Qualified
D.
yesterday after a very thrilling game. They were basically out until the 70th.
So the
minute,
group that
and
they're
then
going into is
they came up to score 4 goals in only 20 minutes.
Group D.
D.
There it is.
So Midtjylland are allocated to Group D.
Liverpool,
together
Liverpool with max
Liverpool,
points.
Ajax and Atalanta.
Max points.
Didier, please. You should give us now
2 more.
the name
We're almost there,
of
guys.
the, second last team. The drone.
And last team is F. Is V,
Munchen.
sorry. FL Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Mönchengladbach can only go in Group B with
only
Real Madrid,
one
Shakhtar and
option
Inter.
possible for Mönchengladbach.
Tough group for them.
So they will go to Group B together with Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk and Internazionale Milano.
And
One only
the last one.
and one
Final
group
team
to be
into the final
completed.
group, I think, is Group A. that needs populating with the final team, and that is Ferencvaros.
Ferencvaros, name of
Bayern
the
Munich,
Hungarian
Atletico Madrid,
selection, 25
and Salzburg.
years after their last participation,
So,
back to Champions League in Group G.
We're going to recap the groups, and
Dynamo Kiev, and this is the group stage of the UEFA Champions League for this season.
It is indeed, and your team,
Thank you.
Georgia, will soon start making.
Thanks
the
for joining me,
calendar.
mate.
This is a star-studded lineup, as you would expect from the best competition on the
Stop
planet.
talking
Let's go
shit.
through the groups.
Gotta
and
go through the groups
recap
one last
all
time.
matches that we can
So,
expect
Bayern Munich,
on the 20th of
Atletico
October.
Madrid,
So in Group A,
Salzburg,
we have
and
Bayern
Lokomotiv.
Munich,
Group B is Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan, and Mönchengladbach. Group C is Porto, Man City, Olympiacos, and Marseille. Group D is Liverpool, Ajax, Atalanta, and FC Midtjylland. See, I'm faster than him. I should have his fucking job, prick.
Sevilla, Chelsea, Krasnodar, and Stade Rennais in Group E. In Group F,
Group E, Sevilla, Chelsea, FC Krasnodar, Stade Rennais. Group F, Football Club Zenit, Borussia Dortmund, Lazio, and Club Bruges. Group G, Juventus, Barcelona, Dynamo Kiev, Ferencvaros. Group H is Paris Saint-Germain, Man United, Leipzig, and Istanbul Başakşehir. So, guys, thank you for watching. Cheer for now. I'm off to get my fucking lamb chops. Bye-bye.